There's a long way to go in this match yet, still figuring each other out. And two very good coaches. You just gave the CVs of Philip Poole as a former assistant for US Women's National Team for 5 years. That's impressive. Mike Dickey was also, besides the U17 Women's Youth Team, he was also the coach for the Jordan National Women's Team. So two fantastic coaches, and that means that both these clubs have a great chance of success this season.
And that ball just played over the top by Taylor Porter. She was trying to find Ashlyn Srepka on that far side. Looking to be a part of history in the Carolinas this inaugural season, but missed your chance at season tickets? Check out Carolina Ascent prorated season tickets starting at just $12 per game. Visit carolinaascent.com/tickets to learn more. Carolina gets this ball up top. Sarah Tricoli sends it out wide. Again, you see that 1-2 touch passing. Riley Guion working it on the far side. She sends it back out wide again. This ball is put across the middle of the box and cleared by Lexington SC. A good build-up there from Carolina Ascent.
Very good build-up and a good ball. I thought it was going to come in with height from Mia Corbin, but it was on the ground. And it's DeMarco here has a swing at it, and it just gets blocked. Some good defending there from Lexington SC.
We'll switch the field here. Vicky Bruce. It's Catherine Gonzalez on that far side up top for Carolina Ascent. We'll go out for a throw-in for Lexington SC.
We were chatting to Mike Dickey a couple of days ago, the coach for Lexington SC, asking him how he put this all together. He said he was hired back in November, and he's been seeing players. They initially had to sit with Michelle Rayner, who's the head administrator there, and figure out what their style of play was. He said since then he's seen over 300 players live as he had to figure out what his squad was going to be. And he said they wanted to get Midwestern local players, if possible, that hard-working ethic, he said, but at the same time, of course, they had to look for players of quality.
Autumn Weeks sends this ball forward. And again, another great ball into the middle. And who else than Madison Parsons? The ball is a magnet to her feet.
She's had a very impressive first 15 minutes. That high press again, they've decided to push quite a few of those white jerseys up into the Carolina defense to put them under pressure and see if they can play through them, which they've managed to do, and with a free kick. And I guess the sort of risk and reward there is you push players forward, and there's a yellow card. Push players forward. If they play through you, you've got less players to defend.
Will be a yellow issued to Nai Young Shin.
Put a little back heel there, and
a yellow card.
It's a tug on the shirt.
To Lexington SC.
Just, is it necessary to take the risk of a yellow card this early in the match? Because again, you see so often in games that they'll have a foul later on in the game, maybe just mistime something, or good sportsmanship there anyway, but you mistime it, suddenly it's a second yellow and you're off the pitch, and you look back to the first yellow and go, that was a silly one, unnecessary.
Visitor cards today are brought to you by Apollo Law. This ball played over the top. Corey Sullivan challenging McClelland. This ball will land at the feet of Riley Baisden. She tries to send a ball forward to Mia Corbin running on, but this one will roll out of bounds for a Lexington SC goal kick.
Oh, Baisden, such a good player. Learned so much from her time at North Carolina Courage, and also been at Perth Glory. Just felt that ball was overhit there, a little bit too much pace in it. And Mia Corbin unable to get it. The number 9 up front hasn't really had any service yet for Carolina Ascent.
said her name a couple of times already, but throwing the ball in here on this near side is Autumn Weeks. She's a product of Lexington Sporting Club's W League team. A number of players on this Lexington SC team spent time with the Lexington W League team.
It's a fantastic franchise. Of course, they've got the men's team as well, but in fact, their next game, which is against Tampa Bay Sun, will be in the new stadium.
It will be.
It's exciting times for everyone involved.
You could hear,
Lexington.
Yeah, you could hear the excitement from Coach Mike Dickey talking about the stadium, it being a soccer-specific stadium, and how he thinks it will be one of the best in the USL Super League. And it's always exciting when you open a new stadium.
Yeah, and especially when it's soccer specific, with the growth of the game in this country, especially the women's game, has just been absolutely phenomenal. And of course, appreciation for the US women's national team for winning the Olympics, because that also helps grow the game. Funny, it was Mike Dickey, when we asked him his style of play, he says, I want to base it on the US women's national team. He said organization, hard work, and he said you can throw in a bit of Spain and Japan in terms of ball possession.
This ball sent through for Courtney Jones, running onto it. Now, although Courtney Jones is slated as a defender in this match, or at least we saw in the starting lineup, Mike Dickey did tell us that we can play her anywhere, and she's incredible when it comes to 1v1 battles. It'll be a corner kick for Lexington SC. It'll be Madison Perez.
Madison Perez
on the ball, Long Beach State alum. This ball sent in, punched out by McClelland. Lexington SC works to keep the ball in their possession. They'll reload here in the back.
That was very good ball possession, excuse me, won by Lexington. They did really well to come back and win that. And as I'm saying, they're doing well to give the ball away. Commentator's curse. But, you know, the ball came in, got punched well clear by Megan McClellan. Good punch from the keeper. And they did so well there to win that ball. Lexington just recirculate it and recycle it. And unfortunately, they didn't give away possession. Let's see if they can win it back.
Parsons sends this one forward. It'll be an easy pickup for Megan McClelland. Carolina Ascent sends this one forward. Srepka tries to find Mia Corbin up top. Lexington SC will move this around the back line. All Carolina Ascent FC single game tickets are now on sale. Join the climb today at carolinaascentfc.com/tickets. Lexington SC will work it up on the far side. Kaylee Utley into the middle for Shay Moyer. That one takes a shot at Vicky Bruce. And it'll once again be another corner kick for Lexington SC.
Yeah, good pressure from the visitors. Really impressed with their first 20 minutes.
And that'll be
in
a
the previous
corner
match
kick.
for Carolina
Lexington
Ascent
SC
against
brought to
DC
you
Power.
by
DC Power's
Unicorn.
expected goal in the entire match was just
Taking the
0.26. In other
kick,
words,
Number
Carolina
5,
Ascent gave them
Madison
very little in
Perez.
terms of attack. You probably find Lexington have done more than that already in their first 20 minutes.
This one will be sent in once again from Madison Perez. Sends a floater into the box, headed out. But Kaylee Utley there on the backside. She'll send it back up. Shay Moyer Mary-Kate McGuire. And on these last couple of set pieces we've seen from Lexington SC, Carolina Ascent has gotten the initial ball out of the box, but Lexington SC has been positioned so well, they've always had someone there for that second ball.
Yeah, which has been the theme for the entire 21 or so minutes we've seen. The ability to win the ball just outside the Carolina Ascent box has been top class. And obviously it's important for Philip Poole and his players to figure out a way to play through the press without giving away possession.
We'll see Carolina Ascent regains possession, and they'll pass this one around the back line. Lexington SC has been very well positioned in transition. They have not allowed Carolina Ascent much in transition. They've been able to get back in shape and face up. This ball will be sent forward, and it'll dribble right to Bridget Skiba.
Once again, Mia Corbin at number 9 there, wearing the number 9, just not getting any service to her feet, not able to threaten at all. The ball to her from out of defense and even from the midfield just hasn't been quality as yet. We're a quarter of the way through the game, and she's barely had a touch, the number 9, and she's obviously a key player for them in terms of scoring goals.
And how about this? Courtney Jones making a run on the far side. A great run by her. This will end up in a Carolina Ascent goal kick, but you could see that speed from
And
her.
that ball was played over the end line. Goal kick, Carolina
On that far
Ascent.
side.
I was going to say, good defending though from Renee Guillon, just to stay with her and pressurize her, not allow her to control that ball.
Mia Corbin. Sends it back. Sydney Studer, Vicky Bruce, back to Studer. Studer, who made her pro debut last weekend, making her first start for Carolina Ascent. This ball will be won by Carolina Ascent in the midfield. Sarah Tricoli sends it out wide.
That was Taylor Porter doing some great defensive work in midfield, lost possession and then fought to win it back and get that attack going. So it doesn't look as if Carolina Ascent have really settled down fully yet. They're struggling to, as I said, create any attacking opportunities, not just for Mia Corbin, but for any of their attacking players, their offensive players. But slowly, maybe, they're getting into this game. I think that's credit to Lexington. Their first 20-odd minutes, they have just been fantastic in the high press and getting turnover ball, and I think they've stopped Carolina Ascent from even coming forward most of the time because of their good press.
This ball lands at the top of the box. Ashlyn Srepka, and she'll get another crack. Not before Corey Sullivan puts this one out of bounds. A great run by Ashlyn Srepka to be on that backside.
Yeah, good pass to get her into that space. Good vision and awareness, and the keeper in the end having to make a decent save. Have a look at this ball there, played nice and early. And then the goalkeeper doing a good job, just being a wall there, hands down, pushes it away from danger. Well done there, Bridget Skiba.
A replay presented by Hot Fly Brewing Company. And once again, Anai Young Shin getting a talking to from the official. Can't forget, she did earn herself a yellow card.
Comes back to that previous conversation. If you give away a cheap yellow card with a tug on someone's shirt and they're in the other half, so they're no threat to you, you give them a pull, you get a yellow card. Now everything you do, you've got to be so careful that you don't overstep the mark again and get a second yellow. It just limits you as a player. So my logic is always don't give away a silly first yellow. And it's simple to say. It's difficult when you're emotional and you're on the pitch, but it's all part of football IQ.
Renee Guillon will float this one into the box. Headed out by Lexington SC. Corey Sullivan puts this one out of bounds past midfield. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is the official health insurance provider of the Carolina Ascent FC. Blue Cross North Carolina makes health insurance easy. Discover employer, individual, family, Medicare, and Medicaid plans from Blue Cross North Carolina. Better care starts here. Giovanna DeMarco taking a hard hit, trying to work her way around the midfield. Maddie Parsons gets this one, sends it out wide to Courtney Jones. And how about the defense from Renee Guillon? She's no stranger to Courtney Jones, Gary. They were teammates at Clemson.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Know a thing or two about each other.
A little bit of a mini rivalry going there on that far side of the pitch.
Lexington will recycle this one. Autumn Weeks on the ball. And Weeks will carry it forward. Maddie Parsons sends this one forward and a shot. McClellan comes up with the save.
Just wondering if the cross into the box wasn't a better option. Weeks does so well here. Look, she plays the ball and she keeps on going with her run. Keep an eye on Weeks. She runs in the box. She's unmarked, and so too was Mary-Kate McGuire at the near post. A square ball there, and there were two options for Lexington SC to have scored a goal.
And that's such hard positioning, right? To try and get a quality shot off from that angle. You'd much rather have that go across the face of goal, at least have two players running on.
Yeah, 100%. It was a difficult angle, under pressure, defenders on your back. A nice square ball there, and both Mary-Kate McGuire and Autumn Weeks were free in the center of the box, so good opportunity for the visiting side.
Srepka puts this forward. Riley Baisden trying to make something happen. Lexington SC will come up with the ball. Mary-Kate McGuire passes this one out to Parsons. And how about this? Kaylee Utley. She puts it right past the keeper and it goes right off the post.
Wow, what a chance, and so close for Utley. It looked like she was offside, but the flag never went up. And if the flag doesn't go up, you've got to play on. And she ran all the way to the edge of the box there, got a decent strike, and it just hits the post. It looks like she's way offside, but obviously the assistant ref's in a better position, runs all this distance, gets, what, 10 yards out, gets it past the keeper, and it just hits the post and out. So close for Lexington Sporting Club for their opening goal.
What an odd way for it to hit off the post, right? Normally there you see it ricochet right back into net, but has a bit of a spin on it. We'll take a moment for a hydration break. Gary, 30 minutes into this one. We get a look at Philip Poole here, head coach for Carolina Ascent. What do you think he's telling his side right now?
I think there's a couple of things. I mean, firstly, that counter-attack there, either that was offside or if the assistant ref is correct and it was onside, then there's some poor marking. So in transition, they've got to be careful. Lexington are playing for those good transition opportunities. They're playing for turnover ball. They really have given Carolina Ascent a lot of problems, and I don't think Carolina Ascent have tested them enough. There was that shot from Srepka that went straight at Bridget Skiba, and there was a DeMarco shot that was blocked, but other than that, they really haven't tested Lexington SC. So I think for Philip Poole, it's how do you get Mia Corbin into the game more? How do you get some decent ball to their number 9?
Yeah. We'll take a look at that last shot from Kaylee Utley. This replay presented by Hotfly Brewing Co. And let's initially start with this ball from Madison Parsons.
It's onside as it happens. Good shot, because when they stopped it there briefly, A, she was in her own half, and B, there was a defender playing on. So again, well done, assistant ref. To the naked eye, it looked like she was way offside, but as we saw in that replay, onside. Brilliant ball, and Parsons again with a pass. Wow. If there's a player of the match so far, I think it's got to be Madison Parsons, surely.
Absolutely, and that's no easy feat to time up your run that well, because to your point, it did look to the naked eye as if she was clearly offsides. Again, credit to the officials for making sure that they got the call right there, but Utley, that's impressive to be able to time your run in such a way and create that much space.
And to keep running, go all the way into the opponent's box. What was she, about 8-9 yards out at the most when she hit the shot, and she beats Megan McClelland. She doesn't beat the far post, but so close there for Lexington SC on their opening game in the Super League to have got their very first goal.
Yeah, they're searching for a lot of firsts, right, Gary? First goal, yeah. First assist, first win.
First assist would have gone to that lady there, Madison Parsons, and well-deserved. Very impressive. First 30 minutes playing in that middle of the park and closing down and winning ball for Lexington SC. And let's see if Philip Poole's been able to give Carolina Ascent some ideas as to how to get at Lexington SC.
And it will be a throw-in on the far side of the pitch. Autumn Weeks. It'll trickle out for a Carolina Ascent throw-in. Bucket hats, fireworks, stadium blankets, and more. The Carolina Ascent has you covered with giveaways all season long. Guarantee your favorite giveaways and choose 3 matches and 3 games on your schedule your way. For more information about our 3-game mini plan, visit carolinaascent.com/tickets. Carolina Ascent sends the ball backwards. Studer on it. Sarepka trying to find Mia Corbin. Shin on the ball now. The movement from Lexington SC, you would not believe that this is their first game of the season. Utley gets it on the far side. She'll try and find Mary-Kate McGuire. Lexington SC has been able to find a lot of success in players on the far side, specifically Utley, open in a lot of space, trying to challenge that back line for Carolina Ascent.
Once again, they get turnover ball here. So to your point, they're doing well in attack. They're winning ball in dangerous areas. They're really asking a lot of questions about Carolina Ascent. But yep, Utley's been very impressive down that right-hand side, no question about that. Just haven't quite seen enough of Mary-Kate McGuire yet. She's been in some good positions, but hasn't been able to receive any good passes. But they have looked very exciting in attack so far, have Lexington SC.
And they'll get a free kick here. Sent forward. Looks like they were successful in keeping the ball in. Shin gets the ball at the top of the 18. She'll try and put one on frame, and that one mishit and will land in the corner. But once again, Kaylee Utley, she'll send it back across the box. Corey Sullivan to Shin. Carolina Ascent trying to keep this one out of the box, but Lexington SC in all the right positions. they'll recycle and get another chance. Shin plays it across field to Parsons. Back to Parsons. She'll try and send it forward to Corey Sullivan. It looks like it will be a throw-in for Lexington SC. Just hit right off the head of Ashlyn Srepka.
Again, Parsons doing so well to get the ball sprayed out wide to the left. And they win possession. They've won more territory. You get the sense they've been in Carolina Ascent half of the pitch a lot more than vice versa. And they're the away team, having not played an official match until now. So, again, good first half for Lexington SC.
A battle we've seen a lot today. Corey Sullivan and Ashlyn Srepka battling it out there. Kick out cancer with the Carolina Ascent Friday, September 6th. Our Trailblazers are back at home and will take the pitch against Fort Lauderdale United. Lock in your seats to secure your Carolina Ascent reversible bucket hat giveaway. Visit carolinaascent.com/tickets to get yours today. Who wouldn't want a bucket hat, Gary?
There's some lovely designs out there, by the way. I mean, Carolina Ascent, I was looking at some of their merch. They've got pictures of mountains, pictures of beaches.
I love the colors on their kits, by the way. Today's Sunday Fun Day at American Legion Memorial Stadium. They're giving away some car decor, license plate frames, keychains, one-of-a-kind friendship bracelets. If you're a Taylor Swift fan, you love that.
There's Mike Dickey, the coach for Lexington Sporting Club. Yeah, just looking at the crowd, not the same crowd they had last week when they were over 10,500. I think they were saying a Sunday afternoon not as easy to pull in numbers as a Saturday night. That ball across the line already. So not quite the same vibe, and that's important for Philip Poole and his players to create their own vibe at home.
That ball was over the
end crowd aren't as big,
Goal
then
kick.
still
Carolina Ascent.
get that crowd fired up with some good attacking moves. As I said, we haven't seen many of them from the home side yet.
McClelland to Studer, back to McClelland, out to Vicky Bruce. You can see here, Lexington SC not allowing Carolina to even get far out of their half of the field, just trying to work around, get some movement. Studer, this ball forward. Riley Baisden sends this one into the box, trying to find the feet of Mia Corbin. And once again, Bridget Skiba able to come up with the ball.
It wasn't a good pass there from Riley Baisden. They've done so well to play through that high press, and this is where Lexington are throwing extra bodies forward. But once you get through the press, you've got a lot of ground to work with. Baisden was able to run at the defense, but then the pass, the final pass, just wasn't a good one. Done all the hard work, then you've got to have those, you know, the nice touches, the weighted passes. That's the thing that's been missing from Carolina Ascent in this first half, that final touch.
You're seeing so much movement from Lexington SC. Parsons trying to send another ball forward, similar to the one she had a few moments ago to Utley. Vicky Bruce sends it out to Riley Guion. Will be sent back once again to McClelland, out to Studer. Crowley gets it forward. Lexington SC has been so well positioned defensively. They've really limited what Carolina Ascent has been able to do. As you see there with Shin. Parsons sends this ball forward out to Corey Sullivan. Sullivan, the Arizona State product, tries to take on the defender from Carolina Ascent. She sends it across the box. Mary Kate McGuire shoots this one over net. Replay from Hopfly Brewing Co. Gary Corey Sullivan does a nice job trying to create space, puts this ball across the box.
She does well, puts it into the danger area there, and poor defending from Renee Guillon to knock the ball down in your own danger area. Got to hook it clear, doesn't do that, just pops it straight up for Mary-Kate Maguire to have a dipper goal, which fortunately for Carolina Ascent isn't on target. And again, the visitors creating all sorts of problems for the defense of Carolina Ascent.
It's quite a challenging ball for Mary-Kate Maguire there. She knows that the defense is pressing in on her from Carolina Ascent. She wants to get a touch on it as quickly as possible and just met the ball too early in the air. Shin comes up with this one. She'll send it back to Bridget Skiba. Lexington SC moves it to the far side of the pitch. This ball shot forward. Vicky Bruce comes up with it. She'll dish it to McClelland. The backs getting a lot of action for Carolina Ascent FC today. Mia Corbin tries to play this one across the middle. No one there running onto it. Once again, Lexington SC comes up with it. Parsons out to Autumn Weeks, up to Utley, back to Weeks. Weeks will send this forward. Corey Sullivan. And an easy pickup for Megan McClelland. It appears as though there was a whistle. They're gonna call Corey Sullivan offsides. Carolina Ascent resets. Mia Corbin puts it to the near side to Ashlyn Sarepka. She'll take on Shin 1v1. Mary-Kate Maguire will look to take this one forward for Lexington SC. Kaylee Utley once again on that far side. Just out of reach of Courtney Jones. Courtney Jones has been all over this pitch today.
Yeah, she's pushed high up for someone who's meant to be playing a more defensive role. She's right up there in the attack. And the goalkeeper doing well there, Megan McClellan, just to come and claim that ball. But again, the huffing and puffing from the home side and not creating much, and then in reverse, at Lexington, they're playing into space, they're getting balls into dangerous areas, they're getting width. They really have had a very good opening half. And of course, that could all change second half. I'm sure Carolina Ascent will think things over in the locker room. Philip Poole will have some good ideas, no doubt. Maybe they've got good options on the bench. I mean, their two best chances in the last match came from the free kick where they scored and a corner, and both involved Audrey Harding. So you get to think, well, maybe she's going to be the player you bring on at some stage in the second half as Carolina Ascent, and you start getting high balls into the box. It certainly is a good option to have.
Be
2 minutes of stoppage time here in this first half.
Minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time. Stoppage time is presented
Courtney Jones
by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina.
Tries to push this one out to Shin.
Important to focus now with just a minute or so, and you don't want any mistakes, any errors that allow the opposition in, so you want to keep it nice and tight and at least get into the locker room at levels, and I think that applies probably to both sides. Neither want to make an error at this stage.
Great technical showing there from Sarah Chercoli. Trying to find Taylor Porter. Lexington SC's defense once again. Solid showing in this first half. Utley receives it out wide on the far side. She'll send this one across, trying to find Corey Sullivan.
There's been a couple of those in the last few minutes that have been just slightly overhit and gone through to Megan McClellan. The idea is good, execution not quite coming off there for Lexington Sporting Club.
Ball sent to the near side. Studer getting her first start of the season today. Ashlyn Sarepka running onto this one. Madison Perez sends it back to Skiba. And that'll be it for the first half here between Lexington SC and Carolina Ascent FC. Gary, it's been impressive what Lexington SC has been able to do so far in this first half.
It certainly has been for their very first match in the Super League. They've done well, they've high pressed, they've won good turnover ball. Utley there in picture has been fantastic down the right-hand side and hit the post.
Well, what a great
They've been,
first half.
in my opinion anyway, the sharper of the two teams. And given that they haven't played together officially, it's a very impressive first 45 minutes, but there's a long way to go yet. This could all change. They've got the first half in the bag, Lexington Sporting Club. I'm sure they've got lots of work to do to stop Carolina's Ascent in the next 45 minutes.
A long way to go, and if we know anything about this Carolina Ascent FC team, Philip Poole is going to have a response for them in the locker room at the break. I believe we have Madison Parsons joining us now from Lexington. Madison, if you can hear us, great first half from you and Lexington. Talk to us, what were you seeing there that was working and being so successful offensively? You had quite a few chances there in the first 45.
Yeah, definitely just high pressing them, not letting them have time to face up and play those balls out. High intensity when we're defending, winning that ball back as soon as we lose it. It's key to our success here.
And Madison, you in particular, you had at least 3 occasions in the first 20 minutes or so where you won turnover ball. Absolutely brilliant. Was that your intention from the kickoff?
Heck yeah, I have something to prove out here, and I'm going hard on every ball, trying to get that ball in the back of the net.
Well, Madison, you've been exciting to watch so far here in the first 45. We look forward to seeing what you and Lexington SC can do here in the second half.
Thank you, thank you.
It's Madison Parsons from Lexington SC. She's certainly been impressive in this first 45. Well, we've got lots more coming your way here at the half. Don't go anywhere. At the break, 0-0 between Carolina Ascent FC and Lexington SC in the second USL Super League match of the weekend. Stick with us after this.
This is the beginning. This is a first practice, a first video session, a first pregame talk. This is a first ticket, a first scarf raise, a first kickoff. This is a tapestry of clubs and players and communities inspired by those who blazed the trail for women's sports, ready to inspire the next generation. We are the USL Super League. We're part of a movement, and this is our moment.
How do you make a sustainable impact? You do it at industrial scale. You use clean energy to make circular, low-emission steel. You help automakers and energy producers reduce carbon impact. And builders rise to meet sustainability goals. Nucor, made for good.
today?
I am?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
My sister loves volunteering with her coworkers.
Heads up.
I asked her why she likes it so much.
This is my little sister.
She said there's something special about helping out with Food Lion.
Yes, of course. Have a great day.
You get to make people smile.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope. Food Lion feeds, here for every moment.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
What does a better tomorrow look like? More people enjoy safer, more comfortable indoor spaces, clean water, clean air, healthy food, and a healthier planet. That's what Train Technologies believes tomorrow should look like. So we put people and the planet first. Today, we take bold action. So tomorrow, there's a better world. For everyone.
Tickets for more information.
Back at the break in North Carolina,
We'd like
halftime
to give a
score
shout out
0-0,
to
presented by
our
Nucor,
Youth
Carolina
Soccer
Ascent
affiliate,
FC,
Charlotte
Lexington
Independent
SC.
Soccer Club,
Having some conversations in the locker room as to who can get on the board first. Well, last week, B. Hilton was the first USL Academy player to sign a USL Super League contract. She made her pro debut last week. Here's more on the star from Carolina Ascent.
Hi, my name is B. Hilton, and I'm a midfielder for Carolina Ascent FC. Obviously, there's a lot of other professional teams in Charlotte, and so I think it's really cool that women now have the opportunity to play in Charlotte as well. Obviously, the best thing you can do for your development is play with people better than you who are going to push you, and so I'm really excited for that, to have that opportunity to grow. I think I'm really excited just to get training with the team and start the climb.
An exciting time to be a young female soccer player in the United States. Lots of opportunities, the USL Super League being one of the newest. Well, at the break, Carolina Ascent FC, Lexington SC tied at 0. Presented by Nucor. Don't go anywhere. We've got more coming up for you at halftime. USL Super League on Peacock. Let's take a look at the news and notes from around the Super League. It was a record-setting weekend. Last weekend, the inaugural Super League match, as we talked about, hosted over 10,000 fans, the highest attended women's pro soccer match in the Carolinas. We've talked about it a couple times throughout this match today, Gary. It was a day for the defenders. 3 of the 5 goals scored last weekend were from defenders. Vicky Bruce, one of them who we spoke about in the Open, she scored the first ever goal in Super League history. Well, Carolina Ascent FC is going to be busy these next couple of weeks. Their upcoming schedule, they'll look to take on Brooklyn FC on August 31st. Followed up by Fort Lauderdale United FC. And then on September 7th, it'll be Dallas Trinity taking on DC Power, both teams that were featured in the inaugural weekend for the USL Super League.
Yeah, important for DC Power to start getting points on the board, having lost that opening match to Carolina Ascent. They'll be wanting to get something on the board. You always feel better when you've got points. It's a big match for them against Dallas Trinity FC.
Absolutely. An upcoming schedule presented by Capelli. Don't go anywhere. We've got highlights, stats, the second half, and lots more coming your way. At the break, 0-0 between Carolina Ascent and Lexington, presented by Nucor.
Hop Fly Brewing Company is the official and exclusive craft beer partner of the Carolina Ascent Football Club. Stop by Hop Fly Tent in the Beach Club this afternoon and grab their new Our Time Lager, a crisp and cold Carolina Ascent co-branded brew. Also pouring in the Beach Club is A&J Winery, the official wine cocktails partner of Carolina Ascent FC. Stop by and enjoy a refreshing mojito or a spicy skinny margarita. A&J Winery, superior quality for a superior quality fan. Carolina Ascent FC would like to recognize our roster of official refreshment partners: Summit Coffee, Hop Fly Brewing Company, A&J Winery, Pepsi, Gatorade, and Aquafina.
Great things are happening at UNC Charlotte. Ranked among the top 100 public universities, Charlotte is on the rise. With over 30,000 students, championship athletics, and innovative academics, we are smashing records. Bringing amazing ideas to life with top-tier research. Great things are happening for the love of Charlotte.
This USL Super League halftime is brought to you by Nucor, Capelli Sport, Novant Health, Train Tech, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Food Lion. Welcome back to Charlotte as we take a look back at the first half highlights presented by Nucor. Carolina Ascent on their home pitch trying to find some offensive opportunities, but really it was all Lexington SC in this first half.
It was until they had this opportunity. DeMarco with that shot that was blocked a moment or two ago. Then this lovely ball out wide to Serepko. Well saved by Skiba in goal. So yes, early on it was Lexington SC, but then a couple of little half chances. But this ball through here for Utley bombs away. She was onside, bombs through. She gets in the box, gets about 8 yards wide, hits her, beats the keeper, and then the post. And that was by far the best chance for either side in that first half.
Yeah, and we spoke with Madison Parsons just before the break, and she said, heck yeah, we were trying to press Carolina Ascent, keep them in their half of the field early in this one, but halftime stats presented by Nucor. Gary, what stands out to you here from the first half?
Well, no shots on target for Lexington, yet for me they had by far the better chances. They have the higher expected goal, but in fairness to Carolina Ascent, in 90 minutes against DC Power, they didn't allow the opposition one shot on target, and in 45 against Lexington the same, not a single shot on target. However, I think they had enough other chances though, Lexington, that would concern Philip Poole of Carolina Ascent. So I wonder if they'll make any changes at halftime or whether they'll play slightly differently, because they are the home side and it's on the home side to make things happen.
They absolutely have been trying to test this Carolina Ascent back line. This team, Megan McClelland, has been tested a little bit in this one. As you said, not many shots on goal, but she has been in on the action in this first half so far as we get set for first kick of the second half. You can see a couple of new faces already on the pitch. Audrey Harding in for Carolina Ascent. She was a player who you had mentioned a bit in the first half. She had the first ever assist in USL Super League history on Vicky Bruce's goal in the inaugural match last Saturday.
She also had a great chance from a corner where she's headed it and it happened to go straight to the keeper, a foot either side of the keeper, it's back of the net. So Audrey Harding, certainly a good option, and I'm sure they'll be trying to get a lot of service to her.
And another new face in for Carolina Ascent on that far side, Jill Aguilera. Mary-Kate McGuire gets tangled up. And it will result in a free kick for Lexington SC. And there are your subs once again. Harding in for Tricoli. And Shin out, Turner Wyatt in for Lexington SC.
Which is sensible because Shin was on a yellow card, and certainly Lisa takes her out of the firing line.
Free kick here from Lexington SC. That one deflects off the head of a Carolina Ascent player. Will result in a corner kick for Lexington.
Taking that kick will be number 5, Madison Perez.
It'll be Madison Perez on the set piece once again. Ball sent in. And this one will go in for Lexington SC. The first ever goal for the Lexington USL Super League squad.
That's a bit of a messy goal as well. A corner coming in from Madison Perez. The header knocked down and it sort of trickled over the line. Have a look at that, ball deep into the box. And it's not a hard one, but it just sort of beats defender, beats goalkeeper, and ends up in the back of the net. I think, is it from Sydney Shepherd, the header?
Indeed.
Have a look there. Just, well, it didn't have a lot of power, but it gets itself over the line, and that's all that counts.
It was enough to get it in. Sydney Shepherd with the first goal in Lexington SC club history on the USL Super League side.
Well, that's going to force Carolina Ascent to be more positive, and Philip Poole already had made 2 changes with a view to them getting on the front foot, so now they have no choice at 1-0 down but to try and attack, although at the moment, again, their visitors continue their impressive performance today. They seem to be controlling the ball, 1-0 up and comfortable in possession.
Last weekend, we saw quite a bit of miscommunication as expected, as teams are figuring themselves out, especially in real game situations. But this Lexington SC team has looked pretty darn good for the majority of this match. Very limited mistakes.
Yeah, they certainly have. I agree with you 100%. However, there's still plenty to go in this match. There's no point putting in a good performance for 50 minutes and then letting it slip. So a lot of hard work yet to do for Mike Dickey's side before they can walk away from this with points on the board. I've no doubt Philip Poole, having made those 2 changes, will be keen to get lots of service to Audrey Harding up front.
Harding caused a lot of fits for the DC Power back line last weekend in the inaugural Super League match.
And just to give you a sense of expected goals first half, not much from either side. 0.24 for Carolina Ascent, 0.37 from Lexington Sporting Club, slightly better. But it doesn't matter what the expected goal says, it's the actual goal, and that has gone to the visiting side. And funny enough that it was Carolina Ascent who scored from a free kick and nearly scored from a corner in their opening game. Now they've been on the receiving end of a goal from a set piece.
Harding tries to head this one. It'll trickle out of bounds for a Lexington SC throw-in. Courtney Jones on the far side will take it upfield. She finds Corey Sullivan on that far side. She sends this one across the box. Renee Guion heads this one out, but not without Kaylee Utley right there on her back.
Again, good pace down that left-hand side to create opportunities, balls into dangerous areas. Again, Lexington SC really doing the right things the right way. That's making it very difficult for Carolina Ascent. They just don't seem to be able to get on the ball. There again, look at that possession lost.
Parsons back to McGuire. Wants to find Jones out wide. She does. Jones puts this one to goal. Corey Sullivan tries to redirect with a header, and it goes over the crossbar.
That'll be a corner kick. Carolina Ascent.
Corey Sullivan unmarked at the near post. That's not the right sort of defending that Carolina Ascent would want. I mean, that time the header's not on target, but you never know next time. So again, they're being a little bit exposed, the home side.
Lexington SC stifles that run from Harding.
And we were chatting to Mike Dickey about Lexington SC. He says, you know, we're trying to create a developmental pathway from youth to professionalism. So they've got some young players, and they say they can show them a route that will take them into success at the professional level. And that's what a lot of clubs are trying to do these days, is you can join clubs as a young player. Never used to be the case, used to be more going through university systems. But if you have a look on the other side, Carolina Ascent, they've got a 14-year-old, Stella Spitzer, who evidently, talking to Philip Poole, has amazing talent for that age. Wonder if we'll see her in the second half.
Carolina Ascent getting the ball just outside the top of the box. That was Mia Corbin with an attempt at a shot.
Goal kick, Lexington SC.
The Carolina Ascent online storefront is live. Stock up for our next match on scarves, shirts, custom jerseys, and more. To shop, visit carolinaascent.com, myshopify.com. Ball bouncing around in the midfield. Carolina Ascent trying to move upfield. Renee Guillon sends this one out wide. She finds Catherine Gonzalez, who puts it across the top of the box. A shot fired just wide of the net. Giovanna DeMarco
Shot is wide.
with the shot on goal here.
Oh, this is better from the home side, getting the ball forward, wide, stretching it wide. Nice little setup there. And DeMarco with an effort. It just sort of comes off the edge of her boot and skims wide rather of that far post, but at least it's a more creative moment up front for Carolina Ascent. We haven't seen enough of those from the home side as yet, but maybe they're getting stronger, and maybe being at home also gives them the confidence to go forward. Either way, let's see if they can get on that front foot.
Be a throw-in for Lexington SC on the far side. This ball sent across the middle, but lands at the feet of Gonzalez. Lexington SC will clear this one and send it forward. Head official Anna Voigt will show a yellow card. Replay from Hopfly Brewing Company. Gary, what do you see here?
It's again Madison Parsons doing so well and beats Sydney Studer. And eventually Studer has to bring her down, gives her a tug, picks up the yellow card, but that was just Madison Parsons just using her body so cleverly. She's been such a critical player for this team in so many ways, has Madison Parsons.
We saw that last night in the Tampa Bay match as well. Players clearly getting beat. Their only option then as the defender, they try and grab the jersey, do anything they can to just stop the play entirely.
Problem is, as a defender and as a central defender, Sydney Studer's now in a yellow and has to be very careful with the next tackle or pull that she does. Or put it differently, she can't do a tackle that she missed times, and she can't pull a jersey, so she's now a little bit more limited.
Right. This ball sent in, cleared, but not from Autumn Weeks, who will take this to the touchline and try and get a ball across, and miss hit off the boot and will go out of bounds for a Carolina Ascent goal kick.
The white shirts and that high press again. Parsons there, threatening, causing problems, putting pressure on, and getting turnover ball.
Yeah, miscommunication from the jump there. Vicky Bruce passes a ball, unsure of the destination. Lexington SC, we've already seen it. They've been able to pick off quite a few passes, as we saw in the first half, and there, once again, it was Corey Sullivan. Carolina Ascent trying to work it out of their own half. Ashlyn Sarepka making her way past the midfield line. Out to Audrey Harding as she enters the box. Tries to put one across the frame, and not enough power on that one. As Bridget Skiba comes up with it.
Did well there, Harding. Direct, ran in the box, just eventually just had no energy left to get a decent cross into that 6-yard zone. But once you break through that high press, there's a lot of space for Carolina Ascent to play in. The problem is they're struggling to break through their press, and when they don't, they lose the ball on the edge of the box, and they're in all sorts of trouble. So problem for them, and 1-0 down, and we're coming to the 2/3 point of the match. The onus is on the home side to start making things happen. As we see here, they can knock the ball around all day, Lexington, if they want. They're 1-0 up. It's up to Carolina Ascent to get the ball off them and start attacking.
Carolina Ascent. Studer sends it back to McClelland. Out to Bruce. Bruce will take it up the pitch. Bruce with space. Sends it out wide to Guion. That'll be a foul called on Autumn Weeks.
Well, let's go back to Carolina last week. Carolina Ascent. How did they get their goal? Free kick out wide. That time it was on the right side, now it's on the left, but you've got to be looking at Audrey Harding and saying, get the ball near her, give her a chance to have a crack at this. And Studer, you can push her in there, and Vicky Bruce. Just see if they can't get some joy from this set piece.
It'll be Renee Guion on the ball for this set piece. Free kick just outside of the box on the near side. Guion sends this in. And a header from Harding just goes wide of the frame. And they'll call that offside.
Wide, goal kick, Lexington.
Credit to Lexington's defense there, being able to hold their line if that was called offsides, which I believe it was.
Substitution for Lexington.
It also shows you how dangerous they can be when that ball is floated in from set pieces. Carolina Ascent.
In for number 20.
And we'll have some substitutions coming in for Lexington SC.
13, Hannah Richardson.
It'll be Frazier in for Weeks. And Richardson in for Parsons. Parsons so active in this match so far.
Yeah, they've probably asked her to do a lot of running there after the break, up front on her own, just closing down, probably saying to her, just give us everything you've got, and when you're gassed out, then we'll replace you. But she's had a fine game as Madison Parsons.
Courtney Jones on the near side sends this up to Utley. Quick passing. Hannah Richardson already getting early touches, puts this one across goal. And Corey Sullivan on the end of it just bounces into the hands of Megan McClelland. Love that run there from Hannah Richardson.
Again, not well defended by Carolina Ascent. Probably lucky that it doesn't end up at the feet of one of the Lexington strikers. And again, their high press still working now. Let's have a look and see what Utley can do here to limit the progress of Carolina Ascent.
Good passing from Carolina Ascent. It's Catherine Gonzalez taking this one with loads of green space in front of her. She tries to get a shot off. Sails wide over the net. Shot from way out from Catherine Gonzalez.
Lexington.
How well did they play to get through that high press? And this was it there. Catherine Gonzalez, having played through it, played a nice 1-2, gets it. I think there's better options than a 30-yard shot. It's got a player out wide on the right. There was options on the left. It's going to be some strike to beat the goalkeeper from 30 yards.
As a hungry attacking player, you see green, you see the goal in front of you, you want to try and make something happen. Your squad down 1-0. Carolina Ascent wins this one back in the midfield. Harding on the ball. Looked like there was some miscommunication there between Harding and Aguilera. Lexington SC resets. Courtney Jones pushes it to the middle. We'll send it out wide. It was Natalie Turner Wyatt trying to send that one forward. Again, the matchup we've seen be very physical all day long. Ashlyn Sarepka, Corey Sullivan. There will be a card, yellow card, issued by Anna Voigt. Excuse me. It'll be a free kick here from Carolina Ascent.
Here comes the press again. Look at the white shirts. You can see 5, 6, 7 in the Carolina Ascent half of the pitch, and they've managed to play through it, so credit the home side.
Novant Health is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Carolina Ascent FC. With same and next day sick visits, Novant Health provides care when and where you need it. Schedule online at novanthealth.org. This ball lands at the feet of Catherine Gonzalez. Floats one over to the backside of the box. Jill Aguilera on the end of it. She tries to put one back across. Be a battle in the midfield. Taylor Porter and Mary-Kate McGuire. Porter. This one will roll out of bounds once again for a Lexington SC goal kick.
Yeah, some good battles in midfield, isn't there? Porter doing so well to win that, and then again trying to have a shot from 25 yards out. It's a long way. She was under pressure. Just wonder if there's not better options for them to play the ball wide, especially given that Audrey Harding's on the pitch. My logic is get the ball to the wide players, let them swing in some high balls and ask Audrey Harding to get on the end of them. I think that might bring Carolina Ascent some joy in the second half.
This ball trickling just outside the top of the 18. Lexington SC comes up with it. Mary-Kate McGuire. And they'll call that a foul on McGuire. It looks like after the initial foul, we'll take a look at the first foul here. It was Mary-Kate McGuire trying to take on the defender here. Now, Gary, after the foul, Studer, you can see, gives a little shove to Corey Sullivan.
I think they were both in trouble. There's no question Corey Sullivan's taking the ball away and slowing things down, which you're not really meant to do. Studer getting annoyed with it, shoves us. I think they both got a lecture from the referee there. But, you know, as this match starts to head to the last 20 minutes, no doubt the tension will start to rise. The home side obviously very frustrated at how well they're being high pressed, how difficult it's been to play through that press. I just wonder if Lexington SC have the legs to go all the way for 90 minutes, because they work so hard. Look at this again, they win this turnover ball time and time again. Can they keep it going right up until the final whistle?
Courtney Jones heads it forward. Vicky Bruce there to clean it up. But again, you're seeing Courtney Jones. It's these first touches from Carolina Ascent. They have not been clean, and it's resulted in Lexington SC's press being so successful.
Yeah, from the press, they get the ball. It means that Carolina Ascent have to chase the ball. So as tired as Lexington SC get from the high press, by having the ball and making Carolina Ascent work, they're also getting tired. So it's just been a fantastic strategy for Mike Dickey so far in this match.
And Kaylee Utley here on the near side, inching towards the corner. She tries to put a cross towards goal. But again, Megan McClellan able to come up with it.
Nice take from the goalkeeper, formerly of Chicago Red Stars. Spent some time playing for Odense. I think it's in Denmark, if I'm not mistaken.
Carolina trying to find those channels. Vicky Bruce with the ball at her feet. Corbin sends it back. Studer sends this one forward, but not past the head of Courtney Jones. Jones sends it back. We'll look to switch the field. And how about this ball? What looked like a great run from Hannah Richardson.
That was a fantastic last-ditch tackle because it looked like Richardson was through and in on goal. And there was Sydney Studer there, just got a toe on the end of that tackle. And again, they do it so well, Lexington. The passes for the forward players have been well weighted. They've asked questions of the Carolina Ascent. Whereas conversely, when, especially first half, when Carolina, have a look at the weighting of this ball, perfectly weighted. Richardson and, oh, good tackle in the end, fantastic.
There will be a substitution now for Carolina Ascent. Jada Bedoya in for Catherine Gonzalez. Jada Bedoya, the product of West Virginia, member of Ecuador women's national team. She'll get her first minutes as we enter 71st minute. Sarepka back to Stewart. Guion, Porter, up to Corbin, Harding. And already seeing the speed. Jada Bedoya up top.
Skiba doing well. Hasn't been tested that much as a Lexington SC goalkeeper, but when we chatted to Mike Dickey, he said, I've got 3 good keepers. I don't know who I'm going to choose on the opening day. The other 2, Sarah Cox is on the bench and Taina Tollison. So Skiba's got the nod, and I guess if you keep a clean sheet for your manager, every chance you're going to be in for the next game.
Lexington SC.
And we'll get another substitution here for Lexington SC. It'll be JJ Albu in for Courtney Jones. Courtney Jones has really done it all, and that's exactly what Coach Mike Dickey told us she would do in this match. He can play her anywhere. She's got the speed. He can put her out back, up top. She'll get a breather here. Carolina Ascent puts it forward once again, trying to find the feet of Jada Bedoya. Lexington SC have arguably looked like one of the most poised teams right out of the gate with the way they've been able to switch the field, move the ball. Corey Sullivan will be called offsides.
Yeah, to your point, they've been fantastic so far for a team that hasn't played together at all. Great job from Mike Dickey. They've still got work to do, 20 more minutes. Well, it's quite a hot day. I believe you're looking at the temperature there in Charlotte. It was
87 degrees.
Wow, it's
not cool.
You're spot on there. So, you know, will they lose a bit of energy with this high press Lexington? Can Carolina Ascent take advantage in the last sort of 15 plus or 20 minutes? We'll wait and see.
Lexington once again gaining control of possession. Carolina Ascent trying to move it forward. This ball played across the middle, lands at the feet of Lexington SC. Studer takes this forward. Out to Serepka. Up to Bedoya. It'll be a Carolina Ascent throw-in.
Bedoya's added some real pace up front on that right-hand side, and she could be the one who can get some crosses in for Audrey Harding. That could be a great combination for Carolina Ascent.
Lexington SC gets the ball. McGuire trying to find Sullivan. Sullivan ends up with the ball, and it'll be Utley in space. What an effort to get back from Renee Guillon. Carolina Ascent now with possession. Philip Poole on this near side telling his group, get up, get up.
That's the loudest I've heard the crowd the entire match, so I think the home crowd have just decided it's time to really support their team. They realize that this last 15 minutes they can quite possibly go from 1-0 down to winning 2-1, but the crowd just giving them some real support. They're saying, come on, it's time to do something, trying to make something happen.
Jill Aguilera with the ball, taking on Lexington 1v1. She puts this ball across the top of the box. And there you have it! Mia Corbin with the equalizer.
What a good strike there from Mia Corbin. Absolutely brilliant. She had time on her side as well. It's a beautiful move down that left-hand side by Carolina Ascent. We were just saying as we heard the crowd getting behind the team, it's time to get excited. It's time to make things happen. Well, didn't Mia Corbin do exactly that? But give Jill Aguilera credit here because she beats her player there. Goes down the line, pulls it back. Audrey Harding leads it, and now she's got time, Mia Corbin. She's got time just to line things up. Make sure she's got her weight behind the ball. There you go, edge of the box. But what a fantastic finish. And a good equalizer by the home side.
So much composure there in the box to put this match at even one apiece. That Carolina Ascent goal is presented by Food Lion. Score to give me more.
And with that goal and every goal scored by the Ascent this season, Food Lion is donating 1,000 meals to
We'll now take a hydration break. Gary, we've talked about it all game long. Carolina Ascent, they'd had some mistakes, miscues on those first touches, but that's the best they've looked, and they've made the most of their opportunity.
Absolutely did, and that high press has worked so well for Lexington Sporting Club, but this time they were able to get through it quickly. Carolina Ascent got wide on the left. Jill Aguilera absolutely brilliant in beating Kaylee Utley to go down that left-hand side and squared the ball. And there was time for Mia Corbin. It's just the moment they've been looked for. I don't think Mia Corbin's had any service up until that point.
No.
But give a player of that quality that service, that's the result.
Looked so composed at the top of the box. And in those moments, you know, I've alluded to it throughout this match, when you get space at the top of the box, you see green space, you want to try and make the most of an opportunity. She looked extremely composed in that moment and was able to put it on frame, put some power behind it, and put this game at one apiece.
It's a great strike there. She gets a hug from Ashlyn Serepka. But you're talking to the point that if you give quality players time in dangerous situations, they can produce magic. And that's what Mia Corbin had there. She got the ball, well left by Audrey Harding. She got the ball, there was no one leaning on her, there was no one tackling her, there was no one pulling her jersey, nothing like that. She was just able to control the ball, head up, pick her spot, but didn't she thump that ball with power and perfect direction.
Excellent strike.
So we were talking about Lexington having to play the full 90 minutes. Question is now, can they leave with at least a draw? Or maybe they can get a win back. What can they do in these final 10 minutes plus?
They're playing with speed. Shea Moyer to JJ Albu, back to Utley. You hear the players calling for it on the opposite side of the pitch. Utley looks to switch the field. Srepka will pick this one off. She finds Bedoya. Bedoya trying to get past the defender. Back to Srepka. She finds Harding. To Bedoya. Bedoya trying to find space at the top of the box, and there was a lot of it, but no Carolina Ascent players.
And there was one at the far post. I think it was a Jill Aguilera waiting for the ball. And that was the obvious pass, and it wasn't given. It was just cut back to no one in particular. That could have been the moment that they took the lead. A lovely, well-constructed pass here with the ball. Just played through by Harding, who's been excellent since she came on. And that played back to absolutely nobody when there was a better option at the far post.
Carolina Ascent with the momentum here now as we enter the final 10 minutes of this match. Aguilera trying to send that ball through.
You just wonder if Philip Poole hasn't now begun to find his attackers that maybe could be the regulars throughout the season. Bedoya's looked fantastic with the pace. Aguilera down the left-hand side has been sharp and created that goal. Audrey Harding, they had the ability to hold the ball up and playing alongside Mia Corbin. Maybe that's the sort of strike force that could be the strike force he's going to use going forward in the Super League.
Elevate your game day. Carolina Ascent FC offers a variety of pregame, halftime, and postgame experiences to take your group outing to the next level. From marching onto the pitch with the pros to a postgame photo on the pitch, we can customize an unforgettable game day experience for you and your group. Visit carolinaascent.com/groups to lock in an unforgettable match day experience.
That was a long ball there for Audrey Harding.
That ball was over the end line.
I think they're going to get more joy going wide. Jill Aguilera on the left and Jada Bedoya on the right. They both have pace, they both have skill, they both seem to be a great outlet. And then you got Audrey Harding and Mia Corbin waiting in the middle for any balls, any crosses. See, Utley's gone from right wing to the right back position. She's playing much deeper now.
Again, we're seeing it flip here, right? Carolina Ascent with the press, stepping in front of that one. Trying to hit the feet of Mary-Kate McGuire. It'll be a throw-in for Lexington SC.
At the end of the day, if this remains a draw, and of course it's still a big if, I'm sure Mike Dickey will look at this and go, wow, for our first match, we played well. We were the better team, in my opinion, in the first half. Their high press really worked well. You know, they maybe got a slightly lucky goal, a soft header that just sort of crept over the line. But other than that, they created a number of good chances. So I don't think he'll be disappointed with today if this result holds.
A lot to build on for certain. And another ball sent into the box. Hannah Richardson got a head on it, but just goes wide of the frame.
And I think if you look at Philip Poole and ask him the same question, he'll say, well, you know what? We just couldn't play through their press. We really struggled. We maybe learned something from today, but we showed strength and belief when we got the equalizer. And if we only get a point, well, it's 4 points from the opening 2 games, all looking good. So again, if this result holds, you'll probably find both managers will take a fair amount of positive from this.
Corey Sullivan working around Sarepka, takes a shot. Leaping off of her line is Megan McClelland.
And that'll be a corner kick for Lexington SC.
Goalkeeper's done well. Megan McClelland, can't blame her for the goal. That was just tucked into the corner. We see nice build-up from Lexington out wide, and then the shot coming in. Goalkeeper just covering that near post, pushing the ball around the post. That's good goalkeeping.
In for number 17, Corey
We'll have a substitution here presented by Nucor. It'll be Kimberly Mendez now in for Corey Sullivan. It'll be a corner kick for Lexington SC. Sarepka heads this one out. And another ball back into the box. Carolina Ascent trying to clear it. They do. A throw in for Lexington SC on the far side. Carolina Ascent FC is a club built by the Carolinas for the Carolinas, with a vision to climb, to soar, to trek upward and reach new heights for the Carolinas, both on and off the pitch. From partnerships to single game tickets and group outings, we've got a place for you to empower women's across sports in the Carolinas. McGuire takes this one in the box.
Talking of the Carolinas, they have a number of local players. I think Philip Poole very proud of the players who come from the area. Vicky Bruce, Renee Guion, Ashlyn Sarepka, Josie Studer, all Carolina raised, either born or raised.
Harding gets the ball on the far side. Tries to find space to run. She does. Gets past her defender on the backside. She tries to find Jill Aguilera. Sends it to the moon. I can imagine what's going through Jill Aguilera's mind. I'm going to put this in the top corner. I'm going to get the winning goal, and I'm going to be all over the newspapers. And execution just wasn't quite what she was thinking or hoping for. But still, much better from the home side in terms of creating opportunities. And yet, their expected goal at this moment. Expected goal is always a good measurement of how much you're creating. 0.43 of a goal, whereas it's 0.7 of a goal for Lexington. So they have created the better opportunities, and I think that's probably fair to say. Corbin gets it to Harding. Out to Bedoya once again. She takes a shot. And how about that save from Bridget Skiba? They don't call them game changers for nothing, and Bedoya has been just that for this Carolina Ascent team.
Carolina
looks to take on her defender and gets a shot. Challenges Skiba, and it will be a corner kick for Carolina Ascent, presented by Nucor. Harding gets a head on it, and it just goes wide of the frame.
That's why they're so dangerous at set pieces. Carolina Ascent, Harding in particular. There is Mike Dickey just watching on as this match sort of heads towards a close. Probably hoping that after all the hard work, the great high pressing, that they don't make any errors that give away the 1 point they do have. Mentioned that next up for Lexington SC is that home match at their new stadium, the Tampa Bay Sun, and then away at Dallas Trinity. So he'll be hoping to build on this, Mike Dickey. Only problem is the opposition would have seen this 90 minutes and gone, okay, They like to high press. How do we beat them? How do we play through it? Or do we play over it to a big center forward and pick up the knockdown? So everyone now has the advantage of having seen Lexington SC in action.
This ball sent out wide. Shea Moyer going up against Vicky Bruce. Result in a Lexington SC corner kick.
And that'll be a corner kick. Lexington.
I'm assuming they'll be slightly tighter marking this time around, having conceded from one corner. You wouldn't want to do it a second time in the same match. So no doubt there, Megan McClellan just making sure that, yeah, she's shouting. You can see her just shouting and pointing and getting her defenders organized.
Madison Perez on this set piece. And another one redirected towards goal. A Lexington head on it. But McClellan comes up with it.
Looks like it was Alyssa Frazier who got that one, but not enough power to worry Megan McClellan, although the actual goal itself didn't have a lot of power, and it just sort of sneaked into that far corner between defenders and keeper.
There will be about 3 minutes of stoppage time added to this match. Bedoya, she gets in positions where you don't think she'd be able to get a quality ball across the box, and yet she does.
Yes, it was. And well done there, Bridget Skiba, for grabbing that and making sure it didn't squirm loose. But that's what you want, especially when you have someone as good as Audrey Harding in the middle in terms of winning headers. You want players out wide who can deliver, and certainly Bedoya on the one side and Aguilera on the other have done well. Now, to be fair, they've come on when defenders are tired. There's a bit more space. They come on with fresh legs, but they've been very impressive, both of them.
Carolina Ascent gets this one, and a shot off from Jill Aguilera.
Fans, after the match, we invite kids onto the field for post-game autographs with your Carolina Ascent FC pros. Post-game autographs after today's match are presented by Novant Health.
As these final moments trickle down, Carolina Ascent is trying to keep possession here. And they make a move forward. It will be a throw-in for Lexington SC. Lexington sends it back, looks to switch the field. Utley with the ball at her feet. Up to Albu. And a foul. Moyer and Corbin get tied up in the central midfield.
Corbin just grabbing a hamstring on that right leg and just limping a little bit. To be expected at the start of a season. And as many practice matches as you have, you don't put the same intensity as a real match, so this will have tired out the players a lot more than their practice game probably would have.
Lexington SC sending all their players forward, trying to see if they can make something happen here in the final moments. Ball sent in. Carolina Ascent heads this one out. And that's it. Final score, 1-1, a draw between Lexington SC and Carolina Ascent FC.
Yep, a good draw for both sides. Two excellent coaches just congratulating each other. I think for Mike Dickey, away from home in their first match, it's a fantastic point. For Philip Poole, coming from 1-0 down and at least getting the point at home. 4 points now from 2 games. The home coach has got to be reasonably happy with that.
Absolutely, being able to come back in this one. His team continuing to show fight through the final moments. And Mia Corbin, our player of the match presented by Nucor, able to equalize and not get a loss at home. No one wants that in this league. No one ever wants a loss, but especially at home, you have to defend your home turf.
I think credit to coaches for the changes they made, and Philip Poole, Aguilera one side, Bedoya the other, Harding. When those three came on, it really changed the match. Now maybe Lexington SC were a bit gassed at that stage from all the high pressing, but those three really had Carolina Ascent on the front foot.
Carolina's second match of the season. A win in the first one, a draw here in this second one. A bright future for Lexington SC. As you mentioned, coming on the road as they look to return home in their next match. All right, we are now joined by our player of the match presented by Nucor, Mia Corbin. Mia, what a strike from you to equalize this one today. Take me into that moment. What did you see on that play?
Well, you know, I feel like we had really good momentum, and we were able to switch the ball into their attacking third for once, and we had a nice cutback. And, you know, I was like, outside the 18, why not take a shot? You know, we haven't really tested the keeper, and just wanted to lace it into the corner. So I was very happy that I was able to do that for my team today, you know. We're definitely not happy with the result, so there's a lot to work on and move forward for the Brooklyn game. But, you know, I still am proud of us for the work we did and to pull out a point, you know, so that's all that matters in the end.
Yeah, Mia, looking at that, and by the way, fantastic strike towards the top corner, but you know, it's a win and a draw opening two matches. As frustrating as the game was, you fought back from 1-0 down, so you've got to be reasonably happy with 4 points from 2 games?
Yeah. Oh, no, for sure. We're definitely happy. You know, definitely battling the sun as well in this Carolina heat that I'm getting used to. So, you know, I'm definitely happy that we scratched off a point for sure. You know, we really worked hard as a team and we were able to fight together. So it's good that we're doing this early on, you know, lots of games left. So we're just excited.
Yeah, battling from 1 down. No easy feat, but this team never gave up. What does that say about the fight that this group has and what we'll continue to see from this Carolina Ascent team throughout this inaugural season?
Well, you know, we have a motto, you know, together we climb, and we're still climbing, and we fight for each other and we work together. So that's our motto, and that's what we showed out here today. So definitely proud of us, and we're just going to keep continuing.
Well, Mia, a draw, but a lot to build on here today. Congratulations on the goal, an incredible strike. I'm sure we'll see that on some of the highlights from week 2 here around the USL Super League. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
That's our player of the match, Mia Corbin, presented by Nucor. We've got more for you coming up after this short break. Final score, 1-1 between Carolina Ascent FC and Lexington SC. Final score presented by Nucor. Don't go anywhere. We've got more after this. Final score here in Charlotte at American Legion Memorial Stadium, even at 1 apiece, as Carolina Ascent FC and Lexington SC draw in Lexington SC's first match of the season. Let's take a look at the highlights from this one presented by Nucor. Carolina Ascent got off to an early start. And here we've got a goal from Lexington SC. It was Sydney Shepard on the end of this one.
Yeah, it's not the strongest of headers, but it's aimed right in the corner, just trickles over the line. Madison Perez with the corner, and then this is Jill Aguilera, absolutely brilliant, cuts it back, and Mia Corbin just takes her time and sticks it in the top corner.
You love to see a strike like that. That's our play of the match presented by Food Lion. And here we'll get a look at our save of the match presented by Train Tech. And how about that from Megan McClelland?
Yeah, good save from the goalkeeper at the near post, gets it around that near post, makes sure it's away from danger. She was solid throughout the game, was Megan McClelland.
It was an exciting first match for Lexington SC as they get their first minutes in the USL Super League. As we look at the full-time stats here, Carolina Ascent gets the advantage in possession, just barely. These full-time stats presented by Newcourt.
It's fairly even, isn't it? Shots on target 5-4, expected goals 0.77, 0.82. That's almost the same. In the end, a draw, a fair result. You know, as I said, both teams will take some positives away from it, especially Lexington SC on their debut in the Super League, and the first time that we ever get to see this team. That is a decent performance and a good point away from home.
A great match to close out week 2 of the USL Super League. Even a piece here between Carolina Ascent and Lexington SC. Lots more to come this season in the inaugural year of the USL Super League. From our entire crew, my partner Gary Bailey, I'm Bridget Howard saying so long from Charlotte, North Carolina. This has been the USL Super League presented on Peacock.
In from Madison. Have a look at that, ball deep into the box.
On the set piece once again. Ball sent in. And this one will go in for Lexington SC.